Good evening, everyone. Can you see my screen okay? Yeah, okay, great. Thank you so much. Tonight, I'm super excited to do a little Throwback Thursday and share with you the very first call Heart and Body Naturals did on fulvic acid. And we are so blessed to be able to have not only Paula and Alexandria at the helm, but we are so blessed to have this amazing product. So let me introduce myself to you real quick. My name is Tina Huerman. I'm a Sapphire Director here at Heart and Body Naturals, and I think Gold at our sister company. Anyway, I've been married. Actually, I used an old screen. I am in my 33rd year of marriage, mother to three. One is in spirit, grandma to two, daycare provider for 16 years, entrepreneur for 25. Number one on my bucket list is to meet Axl Rose, and number three is to be on Survivor. Haven't used this screen in a long time. Since then, I'm a homesteader as well now, made another bucket list come true for me. Us and our owners and our mission. Our mission at Heart and Body Naturals is to provide high quality natural products that promote wellness and vitality. We are passionate about sourcing the finest ingredients and formulating the products that support the body's natural balance. We're all about root cause healing around here. We focus on transparency and integrity. We prioritize purity and effectiveness in every product. And whether, oops, see, that's how old it is. It's not, or we don't have CBD anymore. So join us on a journey to wellness and discover the power of nature with Heart and Body Naturals. Together, let's embrace a lifestyle of health and vitality fueled by the goodness of nature's finest ingredients. None of this would be possible. The company would not be possible if it were not for this woman right here, Alexandria Brighton. She's got a passion for natural health and wellness. Alexandria is the visionary founder behind the Green Organics family. She has been an aromatherapy expert for 30 plus years. Herbal remedies, essential oils. She was mentored by Dr. Paul Waddell, a pioneer in alternative medicine. He was actually an oncologist that practiced alternative medicine complementary to his treatments for his clients. She founded the Degenerative Disease Clinic in Mexico, transitioned to multi-level marketing, discovering the power of essential oils, and has developed over 100 aromatherapy blends emphasizing safety and treatment protocols. And she's the owner of the Brighton Institute of Botanical Studies. So we do have a pure plant promise, which we just mentioned. All of our ingredients are pure, they are tested. They are by the Global Food Safety Initiative and all of that fun stuff. So they're really pure products, which I love because then I can put my reputation on them and share them with my friends. So before we go any farther, we do want to make sure that you understand that this is for educational purposes only. Your health is your mission, to know what you're putting in your body and to do your due diligence in your own research based on the information shared this evening. The presentation is for informational purposes only and is not intended to replace the advice of a qualified certified medical professional. The Heart and Body Naturals, the presenter, Detox Divas, do not endorse, promote, or recommend any specific products or treatments or therapies for health purposes. And consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet, supplements. Reliance on any information provided in this presentation is solely at your own risk. And always conduct thorough research with the information you gain. So I am going to go ahead and start the presentation it's the full recording from our very first launch call with fulvic acid. Super excited to bring this to you, but please do not laugh at my transformation. And just a side note, when you see my face in the next screen, you are going to see quite a transformation from what I look like today. Mind you, I had been on a fulvic product for a year and a half before, and obviously not drinking does a lot to regenerate cells and having that liver work properly. But just switching to these all natural ingredients has made such a huge difference in my aging backwards syndrome that I get to suffer from. So, oh, I went too far. All right, here we go. Ready? Good evening, everyone. My name is Tina Hewerman, and I am beyond excited to bring this call to you tonight. The topic that we are going to be talking about is fulvic acid, and I'm not going to give away too many details because I have some amazing speakers lined up that really deserve to Sorry, guys. I don't know why you can't hear that. Let me try that again, and I'll get past. Let's see. All right, let me try this. Can you see?
Miracles, but I would say one at least on every.
Can you see the screen now? You can't see the screen. Oh, that's because I'm not sharing. Okay, let's try this here. So sorry. Now, can you see it? Okay, now let's try volume. I hope this works. And let me get to a screen. Here we go. Megan. Let's see.
Hello, right here.
Oh, there you go. I'm going to pin your video and remove mine. Megan, I would love for you to share about your experience and what is it that you want to share tonight about fulvic minerals?
Sure. We are going to be going through the basics of fulvic humic acid. I had not heard about fulvic until last summer when I entered my life, and it absolutely changed everything for the better. And ever since then, I have been talking about fulvic humic minerals and what they can do for you. So I'm going to be doing a demo for you today. I'm going to give you a little background on what fulvic humic acid is, what it can do for you, what it's comprised of, where does it come from, etc. So I'm just going to jump right into the background of it, if that's okay with you, Tina.
Yeah, please go right ahead. Okay. I'll go ahead and mute myself.
Great. So let me go ahead and do a little demo for you guys today so you can see what this looks like in water. So this is a black powder here. This is the fulvic humic acid. And try to get this up to the screen. You can see it spreading out in the water here. It does this magical little looking dance. So fulvic humic acid comes from plant matter that's decomposed over thousands of years. These are naturally occurring substances found deep in the Earth's soil that are created as a result of millions of microbes breaking down decaying matter during a process called humification. So these few fulvic complexes are hundreds of times smaller than living cells, and they are amazingly absorbable by them. So you'll see this just sort of fills out on its own very fastly there. And you can see that it's very organic and living as it kind of mushrooms out there in the water. So it's important to note that fulvic acid has the unique ability to enhance, potentiate, and increase absorption of many other compounds. So this includes vitamins, herbs, superfoods, foods, minerals. So fulvic humic acid is the perfect complement to everything we already have here at HBN. So we'll go into a little bit of the details of that in a second, but basically all of the vitamins and the superfoods and the herbs and minerals that we're already getting from these amazing whole food based organic HBN products, they're all going to be emphasized and increased in their benefits. So just a basic rundown of fulvic humic acid. It contains over 80 beneficial nutrients, and that includes 70 plus trace minerals. It has one of the highest rates of naturally occurring electrolytes. So it's going to help with the electricity. We are electric beings, right? So it helps with the electricity in our cells, and that's going to help with our energy as well. It is full of antioxidants, prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, enzymes, and more. So it's called a miracle molecule for a reason. So my focus today is going to be on mineral content and how this helps with your nutrient absorption. So in the last 100 years alone, our soil has been depleted of 85% of its nutrient content and minerals. So what does that mean for us? Well, even if you're eating a very healthy diet full of salads and greens, we are not getting the minerals in our diets that we used to even a century or two ago. So for example, one orange in 1980, to get the same amount of nutrient content of it, we have to have 8 oranges today. The same goes for apples. I think it's about 20 years ago, 1 apple for the same iron content, we had to have 40 apples today. So that just goes to show you what we are no longer getting from our soil, we're no longer getting in our plants. And that is when fulvic humic acid comes in with its 80 plus minerals. On top of it, just to backtrack, why do we no longer get this from our soil? Well, this can be due to many things, from modern day farming practices to pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and more. And that's just happened more and more over time, that our soil isn't healthy anymore, a lot of it. So much of our body's functions rely on these minerals. Our vitamins work better when we have sufficient mineral content as well. So another thing to note is that fulvic humic acid actually bonds to the nutrients in your cells, and it carries up to 60 times its molecular weight of those nutrients straight into your cells. So again, if you're doing good, you're already getting those vitamins, this is going to help it get to your cells and help amplify the effects of everything you're already doing right. So that's just a little bit of the background on fulvic humic acid and just talking about the mineral content. And Chelsea's going to take it away in a minute with even more science and fun. And I do encourage you to go look up on Google as well, and peer-reviewed studies. There's so much information about fulvic humic acid and the health benefits. For me, personally, I got on this about last summer. And like I said, it changed my life. I had a history of just basically, without using any medical terms, I was feeling very run down, tired all the time. There was days I was bedridden for 20 hours, had a lot of discomfort in my joints and my muscles, and really just kind of had lost that motivation for life. And within a couple weeks, some people feel it immediately. For me, it was within a couple weeks of being on this, it was like a light bulb went off in my brain, and the mental clarity was back, and my energy was better than ever, and my brain fog was gone, and my memory was better. And so it gave me that zest for life again. That can be due to so many things with its benefits. One other thing that fulvic humic acid does is it increases the oxygen to your cells. So not only is that going to make you feel more energized, but it's also going to help with your workouts in the gym. I was able to go run a mile for the first time in many, many years without stopping. And that was a big milestone for me. So those are just a few of my benefits and a few of the benefits behind it. And I'll let Chelsea take it away now to give a bit more of a rundown on the benefits. I think you're still muted.
There we go. Okay, let me get to Miss Chelsea. Thank you. Chelsea. And okay, you are unmuted. Now I got to find you too. Hold on here. Let's see. How do I spotlight you? Go ahead and speak, Chelsea.
Hi, Tina. Hi, everyone. My name is Chelsea, and I'm going to be sharing some of the benefits of fulvic and humic acids, as well as a short testimony. I learned about fulvic in 2014 from a very well-known holistic doctor, but my journey with fulvic and humic didn't start until the spring of 2021, when it also changed mine and my family's life. So some bullet points of fulvic and humic are that it takes minerals and makes them bioavailable, so it makes them work with your body for your body much better. It has a binding affinity that can carry out 60 times its weight in impurities. And as a chelator, it helps remove those impurities from the body. It helps remove harmful free radicals. It helps protect against EMFs. It neutralizes radiation and reduces and eliminates its effects on the body. And again, I'm not making any medical claims, but this powerful mineral just has such amazing and incredible benefits. It's almost impossible to list them all. Personally, the benefits of fulvic and humic are many, especially for my family. My dad, who has a life-threatening blood condition, he suffers from abnormal blood values. And after starting his fulvic regimen, after having several blood draws, his blood values returned to normal. And the medical community told him that they probably would never, ever return to normal, and that's just the way it was supposed to be. So now his blood values are all within normal range, and that is just a miracle in and of itself. Secondly, my son was born with a complex birth defect that required him to have 12 plus surgeries. He is G-tube fed and vomited multiple times a day, as well as had many other complications due to his condition. And since he started the fulvic, he's been able to eat by mouth, which he couldn't do before. He was not medically cleared to do that. As well, he still is G-tube fed as well. But his vomiting has significantly decreased, and other negative health factors have been alleviated. So, you know, for my family alone, those are just two samples, but we have just benefited so greatly from this amazing molecule. So that's my little testimony.
That is absolutely fantastic, Chelsea. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, next up, we have Miss Tanya, and we need Tanya to unmute. You guys hold on to your hats because this is about to get really amazing. Tanya, can you go ahead and speak? Let me go to gallery and find you.
Hi, Tina. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me tonight.
Girl, I'm so excited for people to understand the power of this powder and share the experience. And those two did really well. So you have a little bit more than 7 minutes for yours. I'll just kind of let you know when we're running close. So go ahead. Let's start from where we fell in love.
Okay, I'll actually try to be pretty quick. So Megan and Chelsea, Tina, we all pretty much started together, and that's kind of our core group. Our stories are similar in so many ways and so fantastic, and really we watched each other's lives miraculously change. I was on Fulvic I did it for 136 days straight. And I can tell you that every single one of those days, I saw at least, I don't know, like countless miracles, but I would say one at least on every day. So in my life, to see 136 miracles happen day after day because of these minerals is something that you have to share with the entire world. When these ladies came into my life, Tina was already in my life. She had actually watched, we had watched each other's journey through grief and health issues. By the time Fulvic ended up on my doorstep, Tina had sent it to me. My organs were failing. I would not a year ago be able to have this conversation with you because I could no longer speak fluidly. And tonight, if I slow down, it's because I'm still battling inflammation on my brain. However, a few days after starting this, my brain started opening up. Okay, let me go back a little bit. I have 20 different ailments. 2 of those are without cures, and one of them I'm the only person so far documented with. And that one is that I metabolize no pharmaceuticals known to man and very few supplements. And so for me, I can only try one thing at a time. And if it doesn't work, it will never work. And then we go to the next one. So literally Fulvic saved my life, but it's also been the only thing that has worked for me, period. So by the time it came to me, at that time I had lost all of my childhood memories. I had not been present with my husband for about a year and a half. I was immobile, I was bedridden, and I was completely dependent on him for everything, to make decisions for me, to help me shower, to get to the bathroom, to eat, to cook. And we had found out that I was not metabolizing. So at that time, we had gone cold turkey. So I was going through withdrawal. I was miserable, and I had this little bag of dirt, and I was at the point where I would try anything. So I did. I didn't do, I wasn't like everybody else. I wasn't like Chelsea. I wasn't like Megan. Like, I did no research. I didn't care what it was. I took these minerals and stuck them in a foot bath, and that was, and the rest is history. Because after just one foot bath and one experience with these amazing minerals, it started to change my life. I don't know if anyone has gone through withdrawal or anybody suffers from loss of memory or cognitive issues, but withdrawal and not being able to control your mind and your body is scary for anybody. The next day, I was able to start to think just a little bit. There was just a sliver of light. It wasn't much, but it was hope, right? And that's all we're looking for, is just a second chance, a third chance. The following day after that, I slept for the first time in maybe a year. 3 hours, that was it, 3 hours straight, but it was 3 hours. The day after that, I made it down the stairs on my own. You know, it was these things that progressed in my life little by little, that miraculously got us to where we are, where I can talk to you about it in a full sentence. I remember 2 weeks into it, my husband, we laughed and we were talking, and literally both of us just started crying, because I had forgotten what it sounded like to laugh. And my husband looked at me and said, I never thought I would see my wife ever again. And honestly, we really thought that was it. In my 40s, I was going to be forever dependent. And then all of a sudden, within 2 weeks, I went from being unable to present with my husband just a little bit, and every day got better. And I've been able to witness and share this product and watch, like Chelsea. I saw her son. I've seen all of her children prosper. I saw them play. I saw them laugh. I've seen her children that could not eat food, right? I've seen Megan go from being both of us, because we've gone through similar things where we were isolated and full of anxiety, depression, and the inability to move forward. And she became top in our company. The same with Chelsea, and Tina is the one that really introduced this to us. So us coming together as a team, these three women, that have literally, we have watched each other go from bedridden, hopeless, prayerful, but without any other option for ourselves or our families, suddenly have things turn around. Tina hasn't spoken tonight, but I've watched her go through grief, and this saved her life. It saved, she's a mom again, she's a grandmother again, she's present. And these are just small little glimpses into, imagine 70 trace minerals. It's dirt, literally, y'all, that we have just not had in our bodies, that our bodies need, that literally allow our bodies to be able to operate the way they should naturally with an eighth of a teaspoon, with a 16th of a teaspoon. I don't know. I have so much to share with you all, and I can't do it in 5 minutes. So
I know.
If you all have questions for me, you can reach out to me. We have so many stories for you.
We do, and I can't wait for them to hear their own. Let's back up. I want to ask you one thing. So prior to Dirt, you were pretty much bedridden and in a very dark place.
Yes.
What, towards the end of you taking that, what is something that you accomplished on vacation walking on the beach?
So I went from not being able to walk 100 steps all day to, within 2 months, I walked 12,700 steps.
That, when I saw you do that, that made me cry. Like it's such a blessing to have this ability to just make people be present, like you said, and have that relationship with your husband. I am so excited about all of this, and just everyone, like you people on the call, just to have you try this. I'm so excited. And Megan, I was going to do this too. So it truly is. And here's something else about this. So as Megan and Chelsea both talked about, it helps remove toxins. And I poured this at a trade show one time in a plastic cup. The dirt did not dissolve. It stuck to the plastic. Think about what that does inside of your body with all of the things that we're exposed to on a daily basis. It's absolutely amazing. I saw a comment in there, and we will get more information for you on exactly how to take this. Because we don't have all the details yet. They're working feverishly around the clock trying to get this out for us. But because it's coming, we wanted to make sure that we got people the chance to get on board with us and grow teams, grow our businesses, help our customers. And for our customers on here, we cannot wait to bless you with this magic dirt. Remember when you were little, you fell down, you skinned your knee, your mom said, rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine. There's gospel in that. Dirt is amazing. And I'm so excited to bring this to you guys and to share what we know so that you can grow and you can expand. So with that, Tanya, thank you so much for sharing that. I think half the room was crying. We've got close to 100 people on this call. Megan, you are so insightful. I love your testimony. I love seeing you come back to life. So I'm going to stop there. Chelsea. And let's see, get back to my screen here. So as you can see, this is such an amazing product. And I just put in the chat, you know, sometimes I feel people are more concerned about judgment from others versus changing lives like this. I mean, imagine how many people could have a Tanya story, could have a story like Chelsea's dad, you know, could have that story about Megan. And we have that in the palm of our hands, right in a shopping cart that gets delivered right to your customer's door. And if you're not talking about this, if you're not talking about these products, the GLP-1, the liver cleanse, the parasite cleanse, the fulvic acid, I mean, truly fulvic acid, as you can tell, should be baseline for absolutely every protocol or anything that you share with people. Because as the lady said, it increases the absorption of what we already have. It takes those products to the next level. Let me stop share here just for a second. It takes those nutrients, the plants, the vitamins, the minerals. It takes that 60 times its weight at the cellular level. And so if you've not tried the powder yet, please do. Take a half a teaspoon, a full teaspoon, put that in the bathtub, take a bath, have the best soak that you deserve. It truly is amazing. And then you're nourishing your skin. Your skin is your largest organ. It's getting into your cells, into your bloodstream, and it's just making you a better person, as you can tell by these three ladies. Now, let me go up here now and get this call closed out. Let me move those down. Greta, I am not sure when the drops came out. I can't remember if that was before, after that, or what. I'm not sure. So order your fulvic acid. It is absolutely, this is a must for our team members to watch the replay. I did not record this one, but I will share the link to the previously recorded one. It comes in a liquid and a powder. And then there is also the value pack where you buy 3, get 1 free. That's an amazing, amazing deal right there. And you'll get the free product of the month also. So we are in parasite liver detox season. It's fall cleanup for our bodies. Of course, fulvic acid mineral drops are a part of this, but if you can swing it, get that bag of powder on there too and take that bath. So the next liver cleanse will start, I have the dates wrong on another piece of paper, September 29th to October 1st. And then the parasite cleanse will be the 2nd through the 11th. I'll come back to answer those questions in just a second. Parasites hide, labels don't heal. So when you label yourself with something, you're claiming ownership of that. And so when you say, I have this disease, say, currently I'm experiencing symptoms of this disease, but I'm going to be releasing that. So that's another little mindset theme. So September Try Me Free, I just mentioned, is Vitality. Vitality is my favorite. I do not know how I'm going to survive the weekend without my Vitality. That will come free with every 100 CV order that is placed. It's always free and included automatically with brand new clients on a 100 CV order. But for those of us that have been around for a while, it would need to be on auto ship. No big deal. Set up the auto ship, set the date for the next day. And then that fulvic powder will give you that 5% back, 5% off your $10, $25 gift cards. And then if you've got a regular auto ship that you process later on in the month, then you can change it back to that date. I don't know if you knew that you could do 2 auto ships in a month just by tweaking that date a little bit. In our sister company, Go to Sauna, we have the amazing monthly subscription for the essential oils. We've also got personal care, laundry, surface cleaners over there. These are 2 of my favorite packs right now. I did just see one with cleaning products I need to get added to the slide. Seasons of Success is an essential oil collection that was formulated by Alexandra Brighton back in 2020 to help entrepreneurs deal with what was going on in the world at that time. And honestly, I think we truly need that again. Self-Aware is the essential oil of this month. And we just came off of Self-Sabotage. And so it's a healing journey. You can pick it up wherever you want. And these 2 very affordable kits come with what you see there. And that deodorant is one of my favorites. And coming up directly after this call is going to be Coach Marcus. I believe he's in transit on his way to Nashville right now. And it is Financial Freedom with Coach Marcus, one team, one dream, hangout.com. He's going to be talking about the business side of this. So if you'd love to share products or help other people, then this is going to be a call you are going to want to be on. And start your healing journey. Thank you so much for attending tonight. I know it's a very busy night for many people, and I hope you learned something new, felt inspired, and are ready to take the next steps towards root cause healing. And how much more root cause can you get than with fulvic acid? Have a great evening, and thank you very much. And I just realized, okay, Jessica, for the bath, you can add Epsom salt or magnesium flakes. I typically will do a cup of magnesium flakes, a cup of baking soda, and I'll mix those two together. And I will add my essential oil that I'm working on for that day. Maybe it's a sleep one. Maybe it's an empowering one like self-aware. Maybe it's HEPA detox when I'm doing a liver detox or my liver needs a little bit of love. And mix that into the salt and powder, and then pour that into the bath. Add your fulvic to that flakes and baking soda also. And then sprinkle that over your bathtub, and then soak in as hot of water as you can for 30 minutes. And then there you go. You'll have the best night of sleep that you could ever have. So with that, this is Tina Hiraman with the Detox Divas signing off. Please get back to whoever shared this with you for more information. Love y'all. Bye-bye.